trying to go through.
Mate, I done it for the last 12 sessions.
I was going to say, it shouldn't make that much of an effect.
Yeah, we're back.
Yeah. Hopefully, guys, you can hear us again. Sorry about that. Just speak up in chat if it does start playing up again. Yeah, Steph, normally it's like smooth as 100%, nothing goes wrong, totally.
This is session 12, right?
I'm doing my hardest to keep Steph around, and everything's going there.
It goes flawless 50% of the time, every time.
Yeah.
We could send her some signed autographs. That might help.
Yeah, brilliant.
Sorry, signed pictures.
It's signed autographs, brilliant.
His name written over his name.
Is it still lagging for folks, or have you got it smooth?
I think it's all right.
It seems okay.
Yeah, it's looking good this end.
Yeah.
Stream seems to be all right now. Cool.
I just had a buffering screen, and then
It might be Twitch as well. To be fair, about a month ago, it buggered everyone. So
Mine's stream's frozen on my end.
I can see my face doing weird faces, so it's going okay for now.
No, that's okay. That's fine.
right, I'm gonna keep going. Right, so yeah, so you Jean is nowhere to be seen, and you are.
Did we get like a? Sorry.
Go on, Jake.
I was gonna say, do we get like any tour of the area of the building or anything like that? Just show us what's where.
Yeah, it's all very open plan. There's a couple of rooms that are section areas where people sleep or eat or are injured or are getting to the end of their mortal coil, so to speak. So we were sort of shown through the main area last session.
Does anything about these folks look like they may have a workshop?
Not one that you'd. I mean, a workshop
If they
in the
salvage reactor power cells, it makes sense.
You haven't seen any reactor power cells whilst you were here. That was just Larry's used to that being the currency among Badlanders, but this seems to be a very different experience to what Larry's used to.
Okay.
So yeah, crack on.
Is the town leader or the gentleman we spoke to the day prior around?
Yeah, the worm is around. The very tall. He is around. Sorry, I'm just getting drop frames now on the stream. This is really annoying me.
Oh yeah, it's completely frozen for me.
Never rains, but it pours.
I do apologise, guys, if you can still hear us. I'm assuming audio's fine. It's just a video that you're getting through that's crap. Alright. Talk to the viewers, people.
That was random. Or did you stop it again?
Talk.
And then it froze again.
Anyone got any questions in the chat about characters? Should we do a quick introduction round while
yeah, you
DM's
do.
fixing?
Yeah, you sort your intros out.
So
I couldn't hear anything when it was frozen, by the way. I don't know if they can hear us all the whole time.
if we head around the table, let's look at which we are. So I'm in the top right.
So start with Jean, because he's the most interesting.
Oh wow!
Why?
Well, you've had a lot of action the past few sessions, and that's not including picking up the dice and rolling them.
Okay, so Jean-Marie.
Jesus.
It's a good start. I got my name wrong. Jean Takai Kane, American Asian gentleman with a relatively benign background in terms of just being an ordinary guy, referencing the kind of character trope in the 85 universe. But has had a relatively interesting career. He started off life as basically kind of IT support type guy. Bit of a means to an end as he had aspirations to go to space. Signed up with one of the big mega corporations that did stuff in space. As we have subsequently found out, that did not go too well for him. He crashed a plane, of which he is
Twice.
He's now 2 for 2 on crashing planes. And then came back and did some work with law enforcement after getting his combat medic arm attached. Tried to medical supplies at Planet for a little while. Didn't like that there was an underhand and kind of criminal element to the whole process of medicants getting shipped to off-world planets from Earth. Tried to do something about it through official channels by joining the police. Realized that only gave him so much opportunity, and then turned to the world of the cyberpunks and the streets, because he realized if he wanted to make a real difference, he was going to have to have a little bit more freedom to take matters into his own hands.
Ah,
Summer,
interesting.
one man, two planes, a dream for the stars.
So, Chase, what are you all about?
Go to someone else, please, a sec.
All right, Jake.
Wow.
Okay,
That's everything.
Larry.
So Larry's pretty new to the group. They ran into him. Larry was actually an NPC in the campaign who these guys ran into a few episodes ago.
That is such a nice way of putting it.
Getting there.
Ran into.
So before all that, yeah, Larry was a Badlander, grew up outside the city, and had a hardship, sort of fighting over everything, having a bit of a survival of the fittest out in the wildlands. And the government swept round and rounded up all kind of the able-bodied youngsters and herded them into the military, where during the military days, found out he's a very capable boxer and hand-to-hand combatant, and fought within the military's leagues and became the Iron Hand tournament winner 3 times in a run, demonstrating his skills. Unfortunately, his military career was ended with a bit of a shrapnel accident, where he turned back to San Francisco and took up a bit of a life of crime with the gang Sons of Chaos, and took a bit of underground prize fighting, making a bit of purse, making a bit of a name for myself. And then there was a job that ended with the death of a witness, which happened to be a small young child who Larry didn't really get over witnessing that, and left the gang. And then, unfortunately, leaving gangs isn't all that easy, as most of Larry's back was covered with a Sons of Chaos tattoo, representing his loyalty to the gang. And now being an ex-gang member, was faced with a choice of either being sentenced to death or also have that tattoo removed, in which Jean, Chase, Jake, and Alex helpfully took the contract, and I think went through the operation as delicately, as nicely, and as upstanding as possibly could in those circumstances. And then Larry kind of was left to recover. A few days later, they barged in a bit of after a severe gunfight, dumping the charred remains of their follower on his bar and storming out to District 3. And Larry kind of went, you know what? The life living in this bar and things have just turned, it's not getting anywhere. These guys have done all right by me. I'm going to follow them and see if I can make a bit of a better life of it. And has tagged along since.
Regretted every moment of it, I suspect.
And in those 2 days since joining this group, we've been in an aerial gunfight, we've crashed a plane, we've been dragged through an irradiated explosion, and my jacket's got a hole in it now.
Did you miss the bit where we ditched your ex-character's body at the bar where we left you?
Yeah,
No, he covered that.
I
didn't hear it. Sorry.
You just wanted it re-emphasised, didn't you?
Yeah, I thought that was very delicately handled by us, almost as good as the back tattoo itself. Great amount of respect for our former colleague.
He's dead. So you'll do. Let's go.
We've got all this stuff. Let's rock on. Chase, are you ready to give us a bit about yourself?
It's a mystery.
Wrapped up in an enigma.
Chase is a family. I'm going to dodge that complete bullet and save it for another day.
Right, so I think we're good to go.
We poured our heart and soul out, and you just dodge.
Hopefully you lot can still hear me. Hopefully you enjoyed that riveting story by Jean and Larry. So we're going to crack on. I'll keep an eye on the stream and stuff, and just let me know if it fucks off. We've lost 7 viewers. Right. Where the fudge were we? Yeah, so the worm.
I burnt a hole in my sleeve.
You burnt a hole in your
missing.
sleeve. Jean's
I was
missing.
looking for the worm.
The worm. You look down. You breathe in and you see it. Yeah, the wormer guy is around. He seems to be going up and down stairs. I've not seen it in years, but he's. Alas keep telling me I've got feet. I'll just take a word on it. You find that the wormer chap is walking up and down stairs. Every now and then you see him in an apron of sorts with these big gloves on, covered in some sort of pus and blood. Whatever he's doing seems to be messy.
We didn't get a name off him, did we get a name off
You
him?
asked him if he had a name, and he said yes.
That was it, and then I didn't pursue it any further. I'll approach him. I'll walk up.
Morning.
Morning. See, the rain's kicked up this morning.
Yes, I would not go outside.
I know we spoke briefly last night, and I get that you're busy. How long are you expecting this rain to be? Is there any way, any protection, any coverings we can do to get on with what we need to be getting on with?
Some of the folk have made ponchos and makeshift protection for you, but how long it lasts, we don't know. Sometimes the rain is very, very potent, sometimes less so.
What do you reckon it is like today?
He looks at the holes in your jacket. It's quite potent.
Tell me about it. What's the best way heading out of camp? You guys know any routes, any pathways towards the city? Is there any ways we should avoid?
Towards the city? No. None of these people even acknowledge the city exists.
No. I suppose you've seen our doctor friend, have you? Hasn't come back from the ward since last night.
He has been in there all evening. He fell asleep, stood up, I think the term is.
All right. Where is he now? Can I see him up there?
You can't see Jean knows. The wormer guy's he'd come up to the top floor where you guys were when you started engaging him. He's currently sleeping in one of the he says chair, but there's a commas.
I'll leave him up there for a bit. I'll head back down to the group.
Okay.
Apparently some of the locals have cobbled together some protective robes, protective jackets to try and keep this rain off us should we want to head out, but they make no promises about how well it's going to work. So either we wait here for the rain to pass, could be hours, could be days.
This unit suspects that the unit known as Jean will probably want to move out immediately to chase down Bison.
The way I see it is this: as soon as we set out, we're risking that rain regardless. Whether we go, if it stops, we don't know how long it's going to stop for. We don't know when it's going to kick back in again. We're going to be out. It's 2-3 days travel from what we've heard, right?
This unit has calculated in the time that you were discussing the statistical probability of the unit known as Jean wanting to go after Bison immediately. The probability is 99%, based on all reoccurrences of previous actions, including crashing a jet into him.
I got that impression. Seems he's keen that doc of yours, isn't he?
This unit is unable to answer the word keen. More like suicidal.
Well, we've got.
I was going to say, if we can convince the doc, it makes more sense to stay until the rain ends, because we need these in good condition if it starts when we're in the middle of nowhere.
We don't know when it's going to end. How long are you willing to wait here? We're a burden on these people being here. They've put us up for a night. They've fed us. We don't want to be taking their good graces until the whims of the weather.
The way I see it is, if we're going after Bison, we have protection against the elements for so long with these ponchos, whereas he won't. So if we're going to catch up and make ground on him, if we are going to hunt him down, we go now.
Look, I don't know what your guys' dealing is. This Bison guy, right? Whether you're willing to drive a plane to the goddamn ground for him or not is that between you and him. Regardless, we need to get back to the city one way or another. And if you lot are on a death wish traipsing through this jungle looking for him, rather than getting back safe, you need to sort your priorities.
Priorities are kill Bison City.
Nah, priorities are staying alive long enough to do anything.
If
You
he
go
gets
out
to the city
there,
before us,
you're still
we
alive.
will.
You've still got a chance of dealing with it. If you die out there, melted into the mud because you guys can't let it go for 2 days.
Nah,
Once
if
you're
he,
out of this goddamn woods, you're safe to go about your business. Look for him.
if he gets to the city before us, it's over for us. If he gets there and makes phone calls, he's going to go to ends of Earth to kill us all.
You got that jet from somewhere. It's like you ain't got connections yourself. The nicest. I'm still here. I'm still here. It's just right. There we go. Someone bankrolled that jet. Someone believes you guys have got enough about you to be running around with that sort of tech. It's not like he's not the only one who can make phone calls by the sounds of it.
But look what we did to that jet.
Look
Yeah, I
what
don't
he
think we
did
can make that call.
He's as reckless as you are. He was willing to fly up into airspace and hunt you guys down. Sounds like you're as bad as each other at this point. I get the fact that sometimes you want to go after a guy. Trust me, I get it. But getting yourselves killed, being reckless, isn't going to solve your problems. You march out in there into the woods without any plan, without any backup. They're raging hard on for this bison guy. You're going to find yourselves ripped apart, killed, and melted into the floor. And as shit as it is, I'm stuck with you lot until we get back to this city, for better or for worse. I'd rather it be for better. Getting out of this range should be a first priority.
Can I go talk to the wormer again? Actually, I've never talked to him, technically. But I hit my head when I fell. Something didn't work right for a while. Oh, fair enough. Stream can't hear you.
They can't hear you, AD.
You should be able to hear me now. So yeah, you do find the wormy guy. He's on the next floor down. You go down. You see Jean. I'm trying to get rid of the echo, but you see Jean in what looks to be a makeshift lounger. It's essentially a load of leaves, wood, and a bit of metal rammed together that someone can maybe get the red down.
All right, I'm gonna leave Jean sleeping because he's doing less trouble when he's sleeping.
That is very accurate.
I'm gonna. The first thing I'm probably gonna say is that I didn't get his name. So yeah, I'm gonna walk up and say, was here last night. Wasn't feeling too well, so it was pretty quiet. I don't think I got your name at any point, though.
You are correct.
Is that by choice or because we were being rude and didn't ask?
The first one.
Fair enough. Not gonna ask then.
Larry asked while you were all stood there. Larry asked,
"Oh, okay. Sorry.
Do you have a name?" And he said yes, and it was left at that.
That's fair. I missed that part. What was the other thing? How long does the rain last on average?
It is not a couple of minutes. The worst we've had is a day.
Does this look as heavy as the worst you had?
He kind of looks out of a hole in the wall, no glass, anything, sees the rain pouring down. Ask me in an hour.
Okay. What are these structures? What used to be here?
I do not know. It is merely the overgrowth is so thick and dense. I've never really had the time or the commitment to go finding out what the original structure was.
Okay, last one. Do any of these buildings go under the ground level?
Not the ones we have made, no. There are ways that you could probably get underground, but not that we have, or that I have seen in my time here.
Okay. Thanks for that. Might be a useful bit of info. I'm gonna walk back to the other guys.
While that conversation was happening, I'm gonna pull Alex aside and have a chat with him, away from Chase and away from Jake.
Well, Jake's downstairs, so.
Yeah, I don't know you guys, but out of the four of them, you seem at least sensible. that a fair assumption?
Computing, accurate.
How do you ask someone? Are you sensible? Of course I am.
Since I've been with you, you seem to follow this Jean guy, right? And he's done nothing but recklessly put you, himself, and everyone around him in danger, hunting down this vendetta against this Bison guy. What the hell has he done to piss you guys off so much?
Mild clarification of your previous statement. We do not follow the unit designated as Jean. There is no designated leader of this cyberpunk group so far. It just so happens that Jean was the person that said that he could pilot a plane.
This crazy, this insanity hunting down this guy. Like, what is it he possibly could have done that's got you guys so riled?
Previously, 4 days, 7 hours, 36 seconds ago, we met the unit known as Bison, who instigated to us after we dropped off a sniper rifle that he could sell militia and arms to the other units of the cyberpunk group. They took him up on that offer and purchased many different wares and accoutrements from that. This unit probably thinks that they were foolish in not understanding that he was a black market dealer, and thus all of the wares were obtained semi-legally, or as to say, illegally. Thus, when the units of the cyberpunk gang found out that some of the wares that they'd purchased had been illegal, they felt swindled, is the terminology used by it, and thus aggrieved by it, to use a more modern term. Thus, they have decided that screwing over, and he will inflectively raise his fingers, is the way forward with the unit known as Bison.
Well,
This unit, 413X, does not care for Bison. This unit just wishes to complete a mission. However, every time we start a mission, halfway through a mission, we get another mission. And these units of the cyberpunk gang seem to determine that they wish to go on to a different mission. Also, the unit known as Bison was with the assistance of taking out the other members of the gang that we were previously working for, and still potentially are working for. This unit is currently not entirely sure what is going on with missions that we have, except that we have one to travel to Mars, where the payment for it will be to receive information in regards to a scientist who knows something about very modern technology that is very hush-hush. However, this unit is unsure who we can potentially sell this information to, as probably by the time that we eventually get back from Mars, it will be 30 years into the future at this rate, and thus this information will probably be widely available. This unit works for one-longs. This unit is sadly not received many one-longs so far.
this unit can have a Cybermaster Dice of Inspiration.
It's so hard to RP with you without fucking smiling, man.
Sorry.
Trying to keep a straight face, I just can't do it.
So Alex has a reroll, the rest of you don't. Apart from
So this whole dick measuring contest between Jean Chase and this Bison guy is over a dodgy arms deal.
Also, the death of the previous gang. This unit forgets the name of the gang. However, you were affiliated with them.
Yeah, it's chaos. A lot of people still pretty close to me in that gang.
A lot of people are no longer close to you. This unit believes a lot of people are probably either lying in a ditch or in the ground in District 5. In fact, this unit witnessed calculating the assassination of no less than a dozen members of that gang. No more than, calculating, 112 meters away from this unit at the point that this unit was hidden.
When we were heading here, or when we were heading to the port, you said something about one of them turning on the others, someone giving them up. Something you said you saw.
Please clarify.
One of you guys, I don't remember when you said it, you said when the shit went down and when the Suns were wiped out, there was someone from the inside that helped.
Yes, this unit can confirm that one of the members of the Suns did assist them.
Who?
The unit known as Tina was the one that sold out to the Sons of Chaos.
As a DM question, did I have any did I know Tina?
She was up and coming
Sure.
during your time. You've got
I
about
did.
15 years on her. So you
Did
knew
I
her in
know-
there. She was a bit more of a groupie to the gang.
Sure. Did I know Jake? Was it Jake? Jack? The handler?
It was Jack.
Jack, that's it. Jake's that guy. Did I know Jack at all?
You will have known Jack. He was, again, younger than you, but he was already handling jobs. He was more admin than foot soldier, if you see what I mean. Even from his early days of working for the gang and stuff. Quite
Look,
friendly, everyone liked him. He never really, he's part of the Sons of Chaos street gang, so he's still, probably a knobhead at his core. But he was just.
Whoa. Let's take you back a second then.
I'm just generalising. But yeah, so you knew Jack. He were always, he were always a lad. He were all right. He were all right. But Tina was more groupy, and you're quite shocked, to be fair. Like when he says Tina, the only one you can remember is Tina, and you just don't see how she would be in a position to turn it over. But obviously, you don't know what she'd done after you left.
Look, I had friends and people I used to ride with back in the day who are all likelihood wiped out in this. Like, Tina doesn't seem the type, but if that's what you saw, I'd at least want to check it out and see what the hell's going on back there. But until we're back in the city, what can we do out here? You seem as close to anyone out here who's willing to put this thing with Bison at least on the back burner until we get back there without getting ourselves killed. I don't want Jean or Chase or any of the other trigger happy. I know they're hurting inside for what he's done, but getting themselves killed is not going to solve anyone's problem.
This unit believes that statistically, out of the rest of the gang, the only two members that have no say in killing Bison are myself and yourself. However, this unit is 50% sure that the unit known as Jake probably does not care that much for Bison either. However, this unit is probably 99% sure that the unit known as Chase and the unit known as Jean are going for Bison.
You think they're going to put us at risk heading back to the city?
This unit does not believe so. This unit believes that if enough people stand against the two of them, they will not be able to go out on their own, as they will see it as a suicide mission. However, this unit cannot say for certain. It requires more data to analyze.
I think I understand. All right.
This unit wishes you luck on your diplomacy.
Sounds like I'm going to need it. I'll walk away.
Cool. What about the rest of you?
I'll just be dinkering around until, we get ready to move out.
Cool. Jack?
I want to explore the building a bit. I'm going to go walk around.
It's not full of corridors, as Jim said before in the pre-call. It's open plan and essentially covers some makeshift maternity ward, a place to do healing and repairing of whatever goes on, a place to rest and die, and then a bit of a nicer area up top that's been kept clean for folks that spend a lot of time in that building just to rest in comfort and such. Other than that, it's not a very complicated building.
Is there a basement level?
There is not.
Okay.
But the building is makeshift rather than a building that they inhabited.
Oh, okay. I think, right.
But if did you manage to get to the description of the village when you were watching last week?
I had a summary by Alex, but I didn't actually get the full description.
So as you came over this high wall, you saw before you a very obvious metallic structure that had been completely overgrown, but because of the amount of overgrowth there, none of you were able to work out the shape of this structure to give it any identity of what could possibly be beneath the overgrowth. Mulch everywhere, mate. Mulch everywhere.
Cyber mulch.
Yeah, cyber mulch. And then the little hamlet itself was kind of over the wall and then down into like a basin type area. And all the little huts and hab blocks and stuff were all makeshift again, very rough and ready. And all these natural creatures, plants, whatever they were using, glowed green, put in jars. But they also had a neon green-esque lighting system going on around that ran off cables to poorly, well maintained, but very poor old generators. Just they obviously maintain them quite well. But the level of tech here is rock bottom.
How's my history? I don't think I'm very good with history. Oh, I'm proficient in history. Wow, I completely forgot half of Jake. Would I have any familiarity with? I don't think I've seen them used right now, but old subway tunnels. Like stories at least, because it would be more history than anything else if they're not in use now.
Give me a history check.
How well this goes. I pick a die carefully. Let's go for this one. No. Not an F1, but it's an 8.
We're off, kids. We're off. Total 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, other than the obvious, you know of subway tunnels. The lack of information about this forest, as it's just essentially nobody cares type thing, so no one records anything. You've never really spent enough time studying maps and such of this area, so you don't know what could have been here, or it's obviously before your time mentality.
Okay. I think that's it for me.
Jean, you are nudged. You open your eyes, I assume. Not asleep.
Yeah.
You look up. One of the face looking down at you is of a young lad, well into radiation poisoning, but quite sprightly. You remember seeing him as one of almost the last few things you were doing. You just remember seeing him there. But he'd only just turned up, so it's like he's doing some sort of like night shift into the late morning. And he's just Are you all right?
Yeah. How long have I slept?
Sometime. It's morning though. Your friends have been walking up and down.
Oh, thank you for waking me. How are all the how are the patients?
All dead. They're not. So we
Jesus.
I couldn't help myself. He points to the ones that you obviously went all out and essentially let everything go, healing wise, and they are all in a stable state. None of them will see the end today. You've done good. Thank you.
It's not necessary. It's the least I could do. Thanks. Is there anything you need? If not, I'll go see my friends.
No, I think you should go see your friends. We've got this now. They're we'll just we'll get them patched up and out. You might want to drink this. It'll help you with waking up. And he passes you a small tin mug, and it's got a clear liquid in it. It's got a very petrol smell about it.
Okay. When in Rome.
Boom! Unleaded. There we go.
I'll take a swig.
Cool. Give me a give me a fortitude save.
Down it, fresher.
So odds for a roll of a 1? Anyone?
15.
15. It is like drinking fire. But it definitely springs your senses to the forefront.
Same stuff that's in this cam.
Yeah.
Okay, that was wake me up juice. Thank you. I'll pass back the rest of the cup to the lad.
And he just finishes it off and goes about his business.
Okay, right. I will. I'll kind of sort of take a moment, just gather myself, make sure all my stuff's sort of still on me, and then head back up to the room that I left the guys in last night, and see if they're there.
Okay, mate, you do that. And they are, except Jake. Jake's nowhere to be seen. I tell you,
Hey.
you've seen Jake. He's not gone outside. He's not a lunatic. You can see Jake kind of making his way back up the stairs towards the rest of them, but he's not quite there yet.
Do we see Jean?
It's up to Jean and Jake if they're there yet.
I'll catch up to Jake and say, "Morning, Jake. How you doing?"
Morning. I'm good.
Where are the guys? Do you know?
But it wasn't on the top floor, was it? It was like
Yeah, it's on. Yeah, it's on the third. There's 3 stories.
they were upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You heading back?
Can we tell if it's still raining hard? At 80.
It is still raining hard, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Not yet.
Gonna keep wondering, having a look around here first.
Cool. Okay. All right. Well, I'll see you in a bit. I guess we should be thinking about.
I'm not leaving.
Out.
I'm not leaving the building without you guys anyway, so you know I'm around here somewhere.
Okay. I guess we're thinking about moving out, are we?
Thinking about it.
Okay. Right. Well. Cool. Okay. I'll go and see what the other guys are up to, and then I guess we'll need to pack up and get the stuff off the dock that he said he could give us to help with the rain, and then we can move out.
Okay.
Cool. I'll see you in a bit, and I will head upstairs, back to the room.
You head upstairs. Larry, Alex, and Chase are there.
Doc.
Well, morning, guys.
What the hell have you been all night? Rough night in the office?
Yeah, I guess sorry, I must have. I didn't want to. There was a few people down there that were pretty badly hurt. I was just trying to help as many as I could, and I must have just fallen asleep. Sorry. How is everyone?
Same as last night, I reckon. No, not a lot's changed. Feeling better after the sleep, though.
Have we got the stuff off the?
Nah,
we got the stuff off the doctor yet?
not yet. He said a couple of locals are scrapping it together. Waiting to hear more. How's it looking up there, Doc? It can't be the nicest place.
But by all accounts, most of the people I've seen shouldn't be walking around. And yet they are.
Surprised at how hardy some of the Badlanders can be. They grow up around these in tough places. They grow tough. It's not quite here, like not the radiation side. See it where I'm from. Like harsh environment. Grow up hardy. You city folk tend to be soft.
Well, I can feel the effect the radiation's having on me.
Tell me about
it. Look, what's if these guys don't have a way to move as fast through the forest, we're not going to catch Bison before he gets back to the city, unless he's traveling stupidly slow or is looking for us.
Look, he's got 24 hours lead on you at best, longer
Exactly.
even. We don't know what state the mech's in. You don't know what gear he's running with. If you
The
go
mech's
after him,
trashed. He doesn't have the mech. The mech's gone.
I know you guys you want him dead, fine. But surely your priority is getting back to the city safe and in one piece.
Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is.
I think our choices is going to be: do you wait for the rain to stop? I mean, we're going to get caught out in it regardless. It's going to be a 2-day trek, 2 days with no rains, rolling the dice against the heavens.
2 days at best, from what Alex said.
So, like it or not, out there, we're going to have to deal with this. So, waiting for the rain to stop seems just delaying the inevitable.
Yeah, but setting off in it seems stupid.
How long are you willing to wait?
Well, let's see what the state of what these guys can pull together for us is, and if there's another way, if there's a way we can, if they've got any means whatsoever to get us back faster, we should. I feel like we should explore that a bit more, but maybe not. Maybe we should just head out as soon as we can. Look, at this point, I want to get back. There's some stuff I need to do for these people. I want to get back to sea.
The longer we're out here, the longer we're going to get. Look, we don't know these people. They're getting attacked in the night. They're dealing with this rain. They're used to this radiation. If we're out here long, we're not going to last as long as they do.
No, I know.
But
I know.
it's all right wanting to be, you want to be a hero out here and you want to help these people. I don't want to see people suffer either, but time and place when you can.
Not about being a hero, man. It's about doing the right thing.
You dying of radiation poison out here is not going to help anyone.
I have no intention of staying out here and dying. I can't help these people out here. I can if I go back to sea.
I'm willing to wait a little bit for the rain to die down, but sitting here all day isn't going to solve anyone's problems. We're going to be out in it regardless, whether we go now, whether we go tomorrow, whether we go in the afternoon.
Look, Chase, Alex, what do you guys think? It seems we've got to wait until the doc at least comes back with the stuff, right? So maybe the rain will stop by then. I need to chat with him for a few minutes before we go, but hopefully it'll be a quick conversation.
Well, we can't go until we've got the stuff. The only thing we can do at the moment is wait.
How are you guys looking supplies? There's creatures out there in the woods. Scare the shit out of these locals. They're building mech suits to fight them. You guys cut out for that?
I've got this, the LMG. I've got this with a full clip on it and a spare clip if needed. I've got hand-to-hand weapons. I've got my pistol and my swords, but...
The rest of you look after yourselves in a fight. This goes south and we're out there.
I know how to handle myself, but I don't know what is out there. So...
It's not going to be shooting from doorway to doorway out in these woods.
No, so the quicker we can go, since it's daylight, the more we've got daylight on our side, quicker we get back to the city, or we can see the threats coming to us. I just want to get the stuff.
It needs to be
a couple of rations, and let's get to the city.
Let's make no mistake about it. We're going to be out there at night. We're going to be out in those woods at night at least once.
But if we can give ourselves a quicker head start by going as early as we can, like now.
What about talking to boss over here? See if they've got any floodlights. See if they've got any way we can light it up like a beacon at night. Maybe detract some of these things away from us. We could strap lights onto the front of that thing you're carrying around. Anything that's going to deter these things from, if we need to make camp, we need to rest. You've either got two choices. You keep going through the night, keep moving, or you build some sort of safe haven. You bunker down.
We'll never be able to go throughout the night because at least one of us will have to rest at some point. Me and 413X are better off than you because we don't need as long to rest.
I mean, I don't mind going through a night, but anything longer starts getting dicey.
But the more light we've got, the better our advantage is to get closer to the city or potentially find somewhere that we can actually hunker down for the night and secure whilst we've still got the light. Because if we're out there in the middle of the night and we're still going and we've got something that's coming to attack us, we don't know where we are, we don't know our position. So the more light we have on our side,
I feel better going out there. I feel better going out there with torches minimum, ideally something heavier duty.
Eddie, in 2185, the weapons, do they have like flashlights at the bottom of them, like a very small one, or
If you attach one, yeah.
you attach them right here?
Have we seen any lighting contraptions? Any
Not that are
floodlights, anything like that?
They have small cliff lights that they've got around some of the hub blocks, but the rest of it seems to be a natural insect or mushroom or there's something in the glass jars that they have hanging about that is giving off a neon luminescent light.
Any locals in the area, or anyone who looks like they're like a worker, like someone who works with their hands, who's either, that isn't a doctor or necessarily a medical person, someone more technical?
You notice them on the way in. There are a few people just tinkering with the lights. Some of them were like flickering on and off. You saw one woman sort of rewiring it to make it stay on. They've got a few actual lights that they are wired to a generator.
If there's anyone nearby, can I doing that sort of work? Can I shout them over?
So you go to the doorway and shout across to the.
No, anyone in the building we're in the structure.
Oh, anyone in the building. The only people you've seen in it, other than yourselves, are the gentleman from Offworld.
Sure.
And
like
there are
a
couple of people across the way from you taking care of those passing on.
Okay.
And then a few of the doctor folk.
I don't know if the rest of you got any ideas, but I don't think I think you want to make preparations for staying overnight out in the wilderness.
Eddie, the jars of whatever, like fireflies or mushrooms, bioless, what's like the radius of the light that it gives off?
Is it only like about 20 foot?
20 foot's not not bad. One person with one in front, one person one with back. Should cover us pretty easily. Or if we spread out, stagger ourselves out, we could potentially get quite a bit of light on us. But would that then draw attention to us from something that's out there? Again, the more time we've got on our side with the light, we can potentially find somewhere to camp overnight where we can defend instead of walking through the night and being exposed. Everyone's silence because I make a great point right now.
John's just sitting there going, look, whatever tactics you and Alex come up with, I'm good with. This is your bag, not mine. Although I appreciate that. I think Alex is having some doubts about whether or not I have any bags. So,
look, is it worth us just waiting out this rain, waiting to see when this boss man comes with these outerwear, see what we're dealing with? Then we can speak to any of the locals on the way out. If we can grab some torches, some lights, all the better for it. But these people don't have a lot. They scavenge what they can. If there's anything they've got, they're probably going to need it more than we do. If there's a couple of high-powered torches floating around, great. But the reality is we're going to be stuck with what we've got on our backs out there. That's the reality of it.
Eddie, when we crashed the jet,
yeah,
the ape-like men suits, did we see any of them with any form of light that was not natural?
None of them had any lighting, but they came at you through the day.
Oh, because we spent quite a bit there. I didn't know if it was during night as well.
They picked you up late evening,
right,
and then walked you back sharpish. You get the feeling they don't really go out at night. Your circumstance was probably special in that you didn't do anything for a day. Yeah, and they've not really seen the great bird in the sky crash.
I'm going to wait out until either the rain stops or the people here bring any sort of protective equipment over.
Cool.
I'm just going to quickly try and find somewhere to clean up.
There is a couple of bowls that it's almost an area off to the side that they keep away from everything. There's a few rags of material and two large bowls of water. The very wide, shallow bowls that you can buy at Sawdust and Swear Words.
I'll kind of I'll go and wash my hands and face basically.
As you're washing, you lot notice the wormer walk up and walk over to Jean, and he gets on his knees to wash because he's very tall, and he takes off the blooded gauntlets and the apron, and he just puts it to the side and just starts washing in the basin next to you, Jean.
Morning.
Morning.
Busy morning. Busy morning.
Not as busy as your evening, but yes, it was rather stressful.
I did what I could.
It is very, very appreciated.
The people in the city finding out about this place wouldn't be good for you guys, would it?
No, it would not. I'm pretty sure they will speak of you, Five, for a very long time after this. If more of the city members came here, I think it would turn their world upside down, as it were.
How can we continue to help after we leave?
That is something I have been thinking about most of the morning. My heart would tell you to bring aid here, but my mind tells me that in bringing aid you risk exposure. Not to you, to these people.
Yeah. What if I could arrange a single supply drop, not right over the settlement, but somewhere near?
How would you know it was without notice?
I'd like to say I trust the guy that I'd asked to do it, but I'm not sure I can anymore, not fully.
Then I would say no.
Maybe I can come back out here myself sometime.
Again, I would ask you, how would you confirm not being noticed? And the more you
I'd be sure
here,
before I tried it.
the more time you spend here, the more you are at risk for both yourself and others.
Yeah.
I do not. Their curiosity may take them, and they may follow you. If they are aware of more beyond this small town they have grown somehow, and built with their own hands, and other than the radiation that is clearly going to end them as a whole, they are shielded from our world. Is it selfish of me to want them to die ignorant of what's beyond these small worlds?
I don't think so. I don't think it's selfish of you to not want to see their world destroyed, and any contact with San Francisco would do that.
Agreed. He sort of leans forward and looks out of the hole in the wall, the window. It seems your ponchos have been brought in downstairs. Still raining.
What do these ponchos look like? Do we see people coming in downstairs with stuff?
No, you guys are on 3rd floor.
Okay.
So I thank you again. But
there is no need to thank me. You've done a great deal for us, and helping you is the least we can do. I just wish I could do more.
don't we all? I assume you are all going to leave, and he then turns to the rest of you once you have the ponchos.
I believe there is some debate about how expediently we should depart, and whether or not we are able to catch up with this bison, and if that is in fact a priority or not.
This bison, the one we showed you footage of yesterday,
Yeah.
He is a threat to this place.
He knows about the people. He knows there's something out here.
Is your plan to remove him?
I want him gone for the things he has done. He has killed too many people for nothing other than money.
Do you not work for money? Have you not killed for money? I have never been in such a situation, so I do not know.
I've been paid for causing harm and killing people, but that isn't why I do it. It's not the money that drives me. That's just a means to an end.
What is different between you and him? I mean, the eyeballs chase Larry, Jake, and Alex, and he's like, yeah.
Sense of morality. A decision about who you do and don't kill. What lines you are and are not willing to cross. I don't believe he has a line.
And you do?
Yes.
If only more were like you, John.
There are better people than me in this world. I'm grateful to say.
Understood. Well, I do have things to do without John being here, and I do not wish you to use any more of your skills, especially if you are to attempt to walk the forests. I will have to leave you now, but here they are now. And then you see two young'uns, scruffy hair, mucky, come up, and they're carrying these bundles of what look to be loads of massive leaves twined together, and you can see scraps of clothing of some sort, and they seem to have made these thick-leaved poncho elements of clothing that they just sort of dump on the floor in front of you. Alex, you recognise the one on the left as the one you gave the dice to. And they just dump these 5 ponchos down in front. Thank you, children. Thank you.
I'll say thank you as well and smile at them.
They smile what? And then they leave.
Speak to the gentleman. I know you've done so much for us already by giving us these, but
Merely
is
a
there
roof.
any chance of a couple of ration packs and some fresh water? Because it may be a few days, and I think we are pretty light on food and water.
Water, I'm unable to help you with. For the radiation in the forest is not wise to drink the water. But there are ways to keep you hydrated. There is a strong alcoholic beverage a lot of the folk here consume not very often, maybe once or twice a day, even the children, but it seems to keep them hydrated enough throughout the day. It is a strange, I do not know if it is a reaction to their exposure to the radiation or if they have truly found some sort of miracle liquid, but I am not a scientist. But it works rather well. So I could procure some of that for yourselves to take. As for ration packs, this is not the military. We have foods, but it will be meats of the creatures of the forest and mushrooms and herbs and such that have grown. Again, you are in a forest that is very ill itself. The things you eat might not be as tasty as you're used to.
I understand, but
But we can
anything that you
supply them.
could would be most appreciated.
That can all be arranged. I would like a small disclaimer signed that I warned you. I jest. Now I can go arrange that for you now if you wish. Are you wanting to head out almost immediately, or he looks out of the window? The rain does look like it is lessening, so might be a good chance.
Once the rain lightens up a little bit, I think we'll be looking to head off pretty soon.
Okay, I will go and arrange for your drink and food to take with you. And as he leaves, we'll call a break there because it's 25 to 10 and I want to get the break in so I can grab a brew and go to the toilet. Right, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for... well, we're not finished yet, by the way. Thanks for watching up until now. For those of you that stuck through the great technical difficulties at the beginning, no one seems to have complained since, so hopefully it's smooth enough that we're doing all right. At the break, you're going to see a single banner. It was the image I talked about at the beginning with the 48-hour gaming challenge. So if you see it and you fancy checking it out and having a look, please do. If you can't donate, don't worry about it. Please just tell as many people as you can it's happening. And
Tell everyone.
Tell everyone. And hopefully we'll raise a few quid for those 3 charities. Right.
Yeah.
We're just going to go on a quick break now. So we'll be right back in about 10-15 minutes tops. Right, so see you in a bit, guys.
That's the badger.
Right, lovely folks of the internet. We are back after our lovely break. Some of us have cups of tea. That cup didn't go invisible. Nice.
Yeah, we do.
Others don't. Some of them are on Heineken, I think, and water. Welcome back. This heavyweight gaming. We play tabletop every day. Every day you can find us doing something. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for sticking through the break. Hopefully at the break you saw the 48-hour gaming challenge that we're going to be hosting on the weekend of the 28th to the 30th of August. Lots of tabletop, lots of actual gaming, with some Xbox friends, PlayStation friends, PC friends, tabletop friends. We're going to get as much as we can done as possible throughout that 48 hours and try and raise a bit of money for those three charities: Mind, Mermaids and the Rainbow Trust. Angie Pops, hello! So everyone must say hello to Angie Pops. She is responsible for pushing us over the 300 followers. I just need
hello, Angie Pops,
to get another 100 friends to put us over the 400. No pressure. So check out those charities. Go on my page, you can see, and binge listening to your boss every day. Brilliant. So thank you very much for that. Thank you for joining, and we'll crack on. So, you lot, the rain is slowing. The ponchos have been delivered to you and dumped on the floor in front of you. You spoke to the gentleman from the Acquire system. You've sort of prepared yourselves to bugger off, kind of made a plan of Bison might be secondary right now.
Careful, Sean can hear you.
But yeah, so what do you do? Ponchos are on the floor in front of you.
Try it on.
Cool. It's not a good fit, but it is...
I'll similarly try a poncho on.
Yeah, they are all massive ponchos with hoods on them. But
is it like if Festival Poncho met ghillie suit? Is that kind of what we're looking at here?
It's like if you wore my t-shirt.
Take that off the bucket
family
list.
of six in here.
Take that off the bucket list.
That's right, little man. That's right. But yes, it is definitely big enough to cover as much of you as possible. But
what material is it made of?
Leaves, leather, bits of clothes, lots and lots of thick leaves put together. The leaves are massive. I mean, it's just not a normal-sized greenery.
No, but it's the leaves that are offering the protection, not the scraps of cloth as I look down at my burnt leather jacket.
Yeah, it's like this. The cloth and such has just been used to like patchwork stuff together.
Sure.
But you do indeed have these ponchos. Whilst you are wearing them, you have resistance acid. So
how about
take
advantage to stealth checks in the forest? Because it's basically a ghillie suit.
How about you DM the next one and you have your ghillie suits?
Oh, it's all over that sass.
Between them, you have a look at them, Larry, and you reckon some of them would probably hide you better, some of them would protect you better. So you choose which one you want to put on.
I'll have protection, please, sir.
There you go. So you have resistance to acid. Alex, between the ones that help you hide and the ones that are more protective, which one do you pick?
Oh, that's a choice.
Isn't it?
Oh.
Just so you know, you can't stealth from rain.
Not with that attitude, you can't.
Yeah.
Can't stealth from rain. Oh, okay. In which case, I'm going to take the advantage on stealth, please.
Cool. So you are not resistant to acid. Jake, do you wish to hide with your... There you go. Chase?
I'll go protection.
Jean?
Protection.
Cool. So those that took protection, you are resistant to acid. You see Alex moving his and stripping a few bits off. And it does look indeed a bit more ghillie-esque.
I feel four of us approached this very differently to the other one.
Yes, you did. So, yeah, you look a sight for sore eyes. You look sore for eyes. So what are you doing, kids? The rain is not but a pitter-patter outside.
I'll step
Wait.
outside cautiously and see what happens.
As you step outside cautiously, the rain is light. You feel it. Your hood's up, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
and you feel
look up.
Yeah. My eyes! You feel it pitter-pattering on the hood, and you can hear the tss, 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 but it's very dulled, and none of it seems to be getting through to you to do any damage.
I think we're all right, guys. These do the trick. Can I try and make a mental note of what the leaves are, and if I see any of them out when we're out and about, can I make a note to try and grab some for any repairs or any top-ups to add more leaves should we need to?
Yeah, you can.
Sweet.
Give me an intelligence check.
Uh-oh. That's not good. That's a 6, and I don't think I've got a modifier. No, I do not. That's a 6.
Cool. Yeah, you reckon you'll find the same leaves?
Yeah.
Does he come with the meat and?
He's downstairs sorting that. It's literally just happened, mate.
Right.
Like,
So yeah.
30 seconds have passed since that.
Potentially, would our weapons be okay in the rain?
Yeah. Apart from the acid damage, is it?
I don't know what material it is. It could be.
If you don't ask, he won't think of it.
Yours will be fine, Jit. Your
Cool.
your blades. It'll be more actual guns.
Like a big MG that sticks out, you know.
The
sort
massive LMG might take.
That sort of thing.
I
That's
will say, Chase, with your poncho, if you want resistance, complete resistance, your LMG will have to be on the outside of the poncho. If you have it under the poncho as well, some of it'll cover the gun, some of it'll cover you, so you won't quite get resistance.
Okay. But yeah, just effectively wait until it comes back with like the meats and other stuff, and then I believe we are ready to set off.
Brave.
Unless you talk about anything else, a bit of time passes, and the young kid, flicking a dice in the air and catching it, comes upstairs, sort of smiles at Alex, looks to you lot and goes, food downstairs. And then just turns and goes back downstairs.
I think that's our cue, boys.
Aye. Head downstairs.
I'm going to collect the spare leaves that I stripped off of the ghillie suit.
Yeah, they're in bits. You don't reckon, well, I don't know what you plan to do with them, but you don't think there's enough to patchwork anything.
Could we use one of the ghillies? Was there only 5, or could the ones like
There was only 5.
Okay.
It was more of a case of Alex manufacturing.
You
his
can
to give
modify
him,
it.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. Never mind.
Or you could have kept quiet and you'd have all had protection, but you know what I mean. So you go downstairs. The gentleman from the Aquarii system is stood there, and a couple of the people of the hamlet are there, and they're holding these packages that are wrapped in a less layered version of your poncho, and they seem to be quite decent sized care packages. And he has a couple of like old school water skins that you've not used since your basic training days.
Jesus.
And he's got 5 packages and 5 water skins. It's totally not D&D, I swear.
There's a goblin over there. Get him.
With 50 foot of rope.
I'll take
Disguise
one and
kit.
I'll put them in my backpack.
So
I
you
will do the same.
all take a package
Likewise.
each. As you grab the package, it's soft. It's probably the lumps of meat that's in there. But there is a softness to it, a malleable to it. You put it in your backpacks. You take a water skin each. I believe that is all we have to offer you, really. The food should last you a couple of days. I wouldn't risk eating it past that. Make sure it is cooked within more than you would normally cook a piece of meat. The drink you only need once, maybe twice a day. It will get you close to the city, but I don't believe it will feed you and hydrate you all the way to the city. But you all look sturdy enough to survive a day without food.
What you've provided will be enough. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
And then just ask, which way do we need to head towards the city? If you can
South.
point the direction.
That way. He kind of just goes and points and just says south.
Yeah. I appreciate your help and all you've done for us.
He looks at Jean, but he's answering you. You are welcome. With a croaky voice for some reason.
I look back at him and good luck.
He nods. On to you.
Thank you. And then I will. Right then, guys.
Shall we?
Let's go home.
So, as you prepare to leave, the rain is real light now, almost unnoticeable, apart from the fact that you can hear it on your hoods. The pitter-patter, even if you put your hand out, it's very, very, very mild burn, almost close to normal rain. In the cities, the small chap that led the like guerrilla walkers that led you in here, he comes out, and sort of hoots and whistles to a few on the top of the wall. They come down using their guerrilla mech arms, and he goes, "Show you, I will." And he just starts going, and there's him and maybe 2 or 3 others, and they sort of take you up the slope that you came down originally, and then he walks you round the wall to the southern side of it. And there is a rope ladder that drops about 80 feet. So what you didn't notice is as you come round the edge of this basin, that the forest floor is obviously lower. The gradient there is not matching. So you've got an 80-foot rope ladder to climb down. Go now. Don't
Go down
die.
and nod at him, say thank you, and go down rope ladder.
Yeah.
Flying chase.
Okay. I'll follow. I'll follow after.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll follow him down.
You all climb down the rope ladder?
Yeah.
You are on the forest floor.
Say, gents, move quick. Get this done without dilly-dallying. Less time we're out here, less chance we've got for problems.
Fallen 3X. Do you want to take points since you are the most stealthy?
26 on stealth, 80.
Yep, noted.
On that note,
Alex disappears. Like literally in front of you disappears.
Beautiful.
You hear lots and lots of wildlife. Birds chirping, croaking, and frogs and such. Excuse me. Listening out and sort of getting your bearings where you are. The floor is soft, moist, not swamp, but there's a lot of moisture. The buzzing of flies. I'm not saying it, Jake. I'm not saying it. Sorry, I've just got a cough. Finally killed by oxygen. Yeah, it is very... You can hear crickets. It's just noisy. You look up and you can see the canopy of the trees kind of and a slight breeze covering that the top of that basin, and you just see the last glimpses of what look like gorillas now, or at least heavy set hoods up in their mech arms and helm. Now they look like a silhouette of the large apes that they were trying to imitate, and then they disappear. The forest before you is thick branches. Again, the roots are almost out of the ground in most places because they don't want to reach too deep into this radiated soil. It looks old. The bark does not look healthy, yet the trees look strong. Ahead of you is, you know, the scene of Predator. Ali walks out.
Fills
Head
me
to
with
the chop
confidence.
bar.
If no one else will, I'll head off southward.
Cool. You all
Right.
start heading in a southerly direction. Again, noisy as. You can hear so much life. It's kind of nice. For whatever reason, Alex, you are hoping is somewhere close, but as in they, not Alex. I need your attention. They're hoping that Alex is somewhere nearby because none of them can see you. Alex, give me a perception check while you are walking. This will be for the day rather than.
He loses us. We never hear from him again.
Teams up with
Stealth is
Bison.
great. Perception's 3.
If you die, Larry, you can play Bison next if you want.
That's it. I'm going to go through all the NPCs.
22.
22. Cool. Oh, let me just check something.
I'm going to play all of the Elizabeths at once, isn't it? It's a character.
You're just going to have some like cardboard cutouts next to you.
Cool. 22. 22.
Take it off the-
That has made me happier than you know, James.
Is that because I failed my perception check against their stealth?
By 1, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
Cool.
I would like to just re-roll that.
You
I would like.
I
I
would
would like to rage.
yeah. To be fair, but yeah. So, off you go. You're heading in a southerly direction. You've got what Jake noticed when he looked out on top of the trees yesterday. 3-day in a straight line, with a slight detour of here. 3 days in a straight line is going to be rough going through this forest. Alex already did the math. You reckon you're going to be out here for a bit of a slog. You're going to go through the day, and you're going to try and survive the day. So, as the morning starts eating hours and time, as you are climbing over thick branches, ducking under stuff, you start to hear very loud. Give me perception checks. This is kind of coming from all around you.
God damn it. I need new dice, man.
14?
Yeah, 12.
25.
God fucking damn it.
God, it's been ages.
Pick better skills.
19.
I didn't pick these. This is an NPC.
Cool. You
Stop picking NPCs.
roll your own character. So you
I got a 2.
you start hearing actual ape noises. You got a 2, Chase.
Yes.
A fly hits you in the eye. You take 19 points of death. Damn it, no. You start hearing apes in the distance, and then all around you, it is like proper apes. So yeah, but you don't see anything. It's just surround sound, and then it fades.
I'm going to... Oh, if it fades. I won't then.
Don't panic, Mr. Mannering.
Right, so as you are pottering along, Alex, I'm going to make you do these separately because I'm assuming you remain stealth for as long as possible, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Right, I want the 4 of you.
It's not that he doesn't trust the rest of the party, but...
We got a couple of skill challenges to get through this forest. So as the air is thickening and getting harder to breathe, you feel really like it's trying to breathe in soup, which if no one's ever done, I don't advise. You're finding you're short of breath, and you're all fit. Like you lot are, you know, you've all been in the military, you've all done physical activity. It's a good job Sparks in here. You finding it hard to breathe. So Alex, I'll sort you in a minute. You 4, which one of you wants to guide the party through this thick mist fog that just seems to have crept up on you in the forest? Bearing in mind, once you've had your turn, you won't be available for the other skill challenges.
I've got the big gun, so I'll be up front.
Yeah, I'll be in the middle. I'll be in the middle somewhere.
So I will go me.
So you're going to try and guide them through this fog that's kind of rolled into the area where you are, yeah?
Yep.
With your perception check, Chase, you notice that there is a very, very mild green tinge to this fog. So, seeing as you are going to let them through, can you please give me a... no, it doesn't have it. A tracking roll.
Yeah, it doesn't have survival. I
Yeah,
checked.
yeah.
There's navigation, which kind of works.
Tracking. Okay.
Navigation, I would put more for maps and vehicles and stuff. Whereas tracking on foot.
There we go.
So tracking, mate.
Tracking. That is an 18.
Cool. So you, as you're taking point with your sniper rifle LMG, and this fog starts pouring in. You didn't really recognise the noises that you heard as apes. You didn't really notice the colouring of the fog. You just realised it started obscuring your vision, and you started putting your hand on trees. You go low, you feel the roots in which direction they're going, and after about 15 minutes, you all successfully just step out of what there's some sort of a smoke bomb that went on. Effect. It's not an actual smoke bomb. It was a localized area of fog. When you turn around, you notice that it was just hanging there. Alex, can you give me
You want tracking?
Yeah, give me a tracking roll, mate.
21.
Cool. You stop for a moment and listen, and you hear them following Chase, and you hear Chase going this way, stay low, watch his step, etc. And you use that to just follow suit, but remaining in your stealthed state. You get to lunchtime. As you pass through, you keep going. You again hear the loud noises of apes in a bit of a surround sound sort of element, and then a few more in the distance. You then hear a massive, like, in the distance. Goes off twice. It is like, whatever made that roar is massive. Or so it would appear. You get to lunchtime. James is getting robbed. You get to lunchtime. You are feeling a little bit hungry. Chase and Alex less so. But you do feel hungry. You didn't have any breakfast. You kind of all just got up. I mean, John had a lovely shot of the good stuff. But you are feeling, tummies are rumbling. And it is time to probably grab something to eat. While you settle down to eat, do you have rations on you, or is the only thing you're carrying what they gave you?
Yes. I only have what was given to me.
Likewise. Yeah, we left all the rations in the bags, in the survival bags.
I literally left my house and ended up on a fucking spaceship to Mars within 12 hours. It's a weird fucking day for Larry, that was.
Yes,
So-
I've got some super glue and an energy drink.
I'll let you decide what you eat. So,
Oh, you
Alex,
can make a nuclear reactor. Just MacGyver it.
Alex,
Student diet.
Do you reveal yourself to eat with them?
Nope.
Cool. Are you eating ration or the food that you brought that they gave you?
Ration.
Cool. Larry, what are you eating?
Food. I'll have a look at what they brought. I won't
It
eat it
is-
yet. I'll have a look at it first.
There is, when you open the leaves, there are 4 slabs of a reddish meat with a green shimmer to the flesh of it, and a small wrapped within the bigger leaves, a small wrapped package of looks like mushrooms and herbs and stuff.
Cool. In our general, like, do we have any way of lighting a fire?
You're a marine.
Yeah, so fair enough. I'll light a small fire and I'll cook off some of the meat and some of the mushrooms. Let's go for it.
Mate, Jesus Christ. I can light a fire, Rob, for crying out loud. With a
Give
light
it a go.
So you start a fire. Jake, while he's starting a fire, are you gonna eat? Have you got any rations, or are you eating the food they gave you?
I'm gonna help with the fire and get the wood or something because I can cut the branches off.
That's great.
Probably.
What are you gonna eat?
I'm gonna cook the meat.
Cool.
I need that.
Chase,
Eat the meat.
Jean.
I'm going to try and
Super glue?
cook the meat as well.
All right, you're gonna
No, I'm going to try and cook the meat. Yeah.
Cool. So, Alex, you're off rationing it up. The rest of you, Larry, give me. You're fine. You're totally fine in getting a fire going. You get your fire going, and you've got these slabs of meat from each person. You start cooking it. Now, as you start cooking it, you hear that. I mean, it is
pan in one hand, shotgun in other.
It is so loud and projected that you reckon if you were close to its source, it'd put you on your feet just being stood in front of that raw. Yeah.
Can I make an educated guess of how far away it is?
Roll an intelligence check.
Christ,
as you hear it again.
Ooh, 14.
14. It's far away enough that you reckon you had time to eat.
All right.
But you don't know if it's coming closer or not.
Okay.
Hearing the roar again, I will effectively, whilst they're cooking, I will be on sentry mode.
Cool. Give me a perception check.
Perception. That is a 17.
17. Cool.
Yes.
It seems safe so far. Just lots and lots of sound, insects, birds, etc. Your camera's gone off, Larry. So it's back. Look at that legend. Right. So whilst you're cooking this meat, the smell, like you smelt on the way in, is one hell of a barbecue. It is so potent in this immediate vicinity that all of you just get hit. Even Alex.
Which way is the wind going?
There is no wind. It is still.
That's good. Let's keep that. That's fine.
Yep. You start hearing those ape noises in the distance. Yeah. And then you hear a bit, that roar that you heard before seems further away. Now, something above your head in the canopy skitters across the trees. And you look up and you can see creatures that have 8 legs and they have a strange...
Got him! Where's your stealth check now?
If anyone has phobias, turn away now.
Okay, I'll take my headset off. Just wave when I can put it back on then.
So Alex sees bad stuff. Take your headset off.
What?
Take your headset off and I'll wave. Right, cool. So you see these 8-legged creatures that are above you, but they do not look arachnid. They have a humanoid shape from the torso area, and then they're using these 8 legs. When you look up, you notice that the trees where you are right now are about 80 feet high. Yep. And you, there's 2 of them, and they are massive in span. Right? So, Alex, wave. Put your headset on. Look at the screen, Alex. Put your headset on.
When we're going to do visual signals, Alex, look.
I know, I said in the chat, you posted.
For ease of Alex, you see an amalgamation of humanoid and 8 legs above you, about 80 feet. 2 of them massive in span. All right? Okay. Now one of you, not Chase, because he's already done this, is going to make sure that you are not seen. Alex, you're going to do a roll by yourself in a sec, and you can't use stealth because all of you, well, we'll get to Alex, but you 4 sat under fire. So, I will tell you what you're going to roll. Larry, Jake, and Jean, who wants to take the lead on making sure that those 2 things don't notice you?
I'll give it a go.
Cool.
I'm a Marine. I've got this. I'm military trained.
Give me an athletics check.
There we go. That's what we're talking about. That one. I've got a plus fucking 7.
Reroll. Team reroll. Team reroll. Use our
Reroll.
You do
Just
have a team
bits
reroll.
dice.
You do
Bits
have a
dice.
team
Let's,
reroll.
Oh my god.
let's do that. That's better. 26. Sorry, 25. We're at 19.
Just saved the party's life.
Whoever gave us that fucking reroll.
Sawdust.
Sawdust and swear words.
So,
Say what, sawdust and swear words. Here's my dice. You come sit here.
So, Larry, you notice him first, and you instantly just barrel, chase to the ground. He's got his back to you because he's on sentry out.
Grab him and pull him into a hedge or something.
As Jake and Jean, you sort of around that little campfire. Jean, mate, I can't see you at all, apart from your forehead.
Really?
Yeah. There we
You're
go.
reclining too far back.
Sorry. There's the couch. It's too comfortable.
You're getting further down. I'm like, it's just like that.
What, like Tottenham?
There we go.
Oh, come on.
Niall, man.
That was-
that will bang out.
I need some aloe vera. That burnt so bad.
Need a fucking fireman. So
that's the
Larry just goes into full Krav Maga and just puts you all on your asses essentially, and just as you all get ready to react physically, he just looks at you, 2 fingers at you lot, and then 2 fingers to the sky, and you three look up and see these ginormous whatever they are. As you're doing that, you just see Larry scoop with his hand near the campfire and just rest the scoop foliage and crap that he's got off the floor and just put out the fire. Goes over some of the meat and that, but he immediately just puts the fire out. Larry, take a point of fire damage. And they hang about for a sec. Alex, give me a gambling check.
Wow.
23.
23. 23? Oh, intelligence.
23.
I'll let you off, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smart cookie.
You look up and see them, and you notice that where you are, that if they look down, where you are ground level, no one can see you. Where you are, if they're looking down, they can probably see you. So you make a gamble, and you go forwards, and there are 2 trees in front of you, and you look at them both, work them out for a little bit, and then you're like, fuck it, I'm going to this one. And you go to the one to the left, and as it goes to the left, you just see it turn. Whether it's looking at you, you don't know, but you just see one of them turn. You breathe for a second, you lot are on the floor, the fire's put out, and then you just see them stalk away into the treetops and away. Food's ready.
Left is best.
Can I 5-second rule the steak?
You want to eat it blue, yeah?
Or is it not cooked?
It's cooked.
How cooked?
How cooked did you want it?
Mate,
How cooked is it?
Burnt leather.
I've taken the guy's advice. I want it like charcoal, right?
Yeah, I want it well done.
There you go. Jean, Jake, do you take it any like medium rare or?
Oh, good.
I'm like, maybe we should. I'll like whisper softly. Maybe we should try again in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Look a bit more.
The meat does look charcoaled enough that you could eat it.
Okay. All right.
Dust
Okay.
it off and get it down.
Yeah, I'll take a similar approach.
Cool. Eating it is not pleasant whatsoever. The smell is beautiful barbecued meat. As it approaches you, you get a bit of a build up. You're like, oh, this is going to be so good.
Barbecue master.
And then when you eat it, it is like eating charcoal and ash. It does not taste nice at all. It is horrible to chew. It's flaky. It's almost like it lied to you on its way to your face. You do manage to get it down you though, and you do feel as though you have eaten a meal. Alex, somewhere off in the forest, is laughing while eating a dried apricot.
I'm going to get my diary out.
Dear Dad.
Dear diary.
Today,
I
ditch these
witnessed some
in the
cyberpunks.
Big Brother house.
Yeah.
Alex is in the trees eating his apricots. You're the housemates.
I tried to kill himself.
Fuck up a good steak.
So, you managed to eat through your steak. You managed to avoid the fog and the suffocating fog and the arachnid creatures, whatever they were in the canopies. You march on through the day. It does not rain at all during the day. You stick to that southerly direction between the lot of you. You are able to keep on a reasonable straight line, and you make it to the evening of the first day, unhindered, unhurt, ready to go at the night. You start to set up camp, bearing in mind this camp is a case of find big enough roots that you can sort of nestle against or move bits of leaves around. There's no glades, there's no open areas, it's just where you can, this is where we're going to be. So what I need, Alex, you probably do need to reveal yourself now or keep hidden, but give me another stealth check.
Wait, that was a very confusing statement. Do you want me to reveal myself?
So if you wish to stay stealthed, I'll need another stealth check for the evening.
Okay.
Or you could just reveal yourself. Would have been a better way of saying it.
Uh, 27.
27. Cool.
I like
Is there a woodpecker on this channel? On
There
this
is a-
music channel?
Yeah.
an 8-foot irradiated woodpecker.
Just like to say, Nath, what a nerd. Is that a South Asian African swallow?
What is the unladen flying speed?
Yeah.
I don't know, European or?
Look, come on, have you not played Wingspan? It's a bloody great game.
It is. Wingspan is very good.
No.
No.
We could do it. We could do it.
They're missing
Bank
out.
Holiday weekend.
The closest
They're
I
missing
got
out.
is a nano pecker. Thank you, Ruffworx. Although I'll be honest, mate, that sounds like a cyberpunk sex toy, not a So you go into Jim Summers and pick up a nano pecker. Right. You've got the evening.
Oh, Christ.
Who's taking watch? You do not see Alex. You've not seen him all day. No communication, no nothing.
I'll have to take first watch.
I'll take last watch.
That works for me.
Okay, whilst Larry's taking
So we've
watch,
got
I'll
Larry on first. Then who? Then who?
I'll go second watch.
Before watch starts, I'm just going to quietly, keeping a voice down.
Cool.
Speak to the
Before
rest
you
of
get
the
to
group.
that, I just need to know order, and then you can do that.
Yeah.
So you've got Larry, Jean, Jake, and Chase. Are you taking a watch?
yes.
I'll take last watch in the morning.
So
I'll take
Chase is third. That were it. Jake, I'll take last. Alex, I'm leaving you to do whatever you do.
I'm gonna only rest when it's not Sean's turn.
Okay. So you'll stay awake when he's awake, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's got a fucking valid argument. Right, cool. So, Larry...
As far as he's concerned, I've ruthlessly killed people while they were lying on the floor bleeding out, so you know.
Hampered with a bomb, told me you're a pilot, not being able to negotiate, ruthlessly kill people. The list goes on and on.
You're a bad guy, John. Larry, you were saying...
Yeah, I'm going to just approach the rest of the group and say, I mean, is it normal for not to see the other guy all day? Is he close? What's his deal? Is this
He'll be
typical?
He'll be around. He just likes showing off.
Fair enough.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'll find a pile of roots or whatever that kind of just looks over where the guys are resting. Try and get at least a bit of a visual best I can. Pull up the old hood and keep the old eyes peeled.
Cool. The animal noises fade. It is more silent crickets in the night type stuff. You can't really hear much else other than that. The wildlife seems distant around you. You get the hoots of night birds and such. but mainly the crickets.
As soon as Larry goes on his watch, I'll effectively start having my rest, my
Yeah,
4
that's cool.
hours.
That's cool. So, you all get your head down, or you recharge, etc. Larry,
Yes.
give me a perception check.
I'm gonna do a different dice, guys, because that one fucked me. Oh, there we go. 21.
21? Cool.
Yeah.
You hear in the distance the roar that you heard yesterday, or earlier today, sorry. It sounds miles away. Whether it is or not, you don't know, but it does sound really far away.
All right, I'll just kind of make a note and if I hear it again, if it's getting closer or further away.
Cool. On your 21, you feel a tip-tap on your shoulder, as if something wet is hitting the leathery surface of those thick leaves. When you look across, it looks like drool.
I immediately drop onto my back and look upwards with gun.
You look up,
Like
and
literally
you see
onto my back, just straight gun aimed up.
Cool. While sat on those roots, looking over the party. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. It's not a comfortable lay down.
It's not, but it's not a comfortable situation.
You crack a rib. So you look up with your gun. You just see darkness and branches above you. You don't see anything among the darkness and branches.
I'll try and use my feet to kind of like scoot across the floor, like almost on my back, or like. Yeah. I imagine it's not like, I imagine there's a little bit of a level thing that I was sat on. Like, I wouldn't have gone for what's the most awkward place to sit on? Yeah, I'll take watch on that.
Mate,
He's literally drawn a picture of the roots and they do this.
Well, when someone says I go on the roots above the party, I'm thinking, oh, high roots. They're not a flat surface. So give me an acrobatics check.
Athletics or acrobatics?
I don't know how you pronounce it, but acrobatics.
17.
Cool. Yeah, you managed to sort of shimmy your way down. I mean,
Just kind of
probably
get
gonna be
from.
a couple of bruises in the morning, but you managed to push yourself over the.
And I'll just kind of
stuff.
hold my breath for a second and just kind of look at where up in the canopy area of whatever
Cool.
where I was. Just
again, you don't see anything but darkness and canopy.
okay. I'll keep watch for a few minutes. See if I hear anything.
You do hear something. You hear a very quick succession of ape noises, like they're communicating.
Okay, I will. How close am I to Chase, Jean, and Jake?
They're all within 10-15 feet of you, depending on where they've sort of nestled themselves against stuff.
I will kind of get to like a small hunch and just put the boot into Chase and then into Jean and kick him. And
this happened about 2 hours into your watch, so it'd be near the end of your watch, to be fair. You wake them up.
I'll just, as I kick it, I'll just point up.
Look up.
You see nothing. Give me a perception check, actually. Well, Ollie, Jean, and Jake. I'm assuming you look up as well. Or you just ignore Larry and go to sleep.
Well, I mean, has he woke us up?
Yeah, he's woke you up and gone shush
okay.
and pointed up. If you want on your phone, you'd have heard. You know what I mean?
The perception. 11.
19.
Right, the fallout from the football is real.
I can imagine.
Is it just perception, yeah?
Tactical, yeah, perception.
21.
Cool. You hear a howl in the distance, but you see nothing but canopy and branches above you.
Slowly, just grab my gun and bring it to holding it.
Cool.
And I mean, slowly.
I will whisper as quiet as possible to the three. They were closing round. Seemed they were stalking us, coming up close to the camp. As soon as I moved and woke you, they seemed to have backed off. But
As
There's
you're
no radio.
awake, and as he finishes that, you hear again the all around you, but you can't see anything in the trees. Now, Chase and Larry have already helped you through 2 obstacles through the day.
Alex has been mauled by
Ale-
apes in the night, and we're none the
Alex-
wiser.
Alex is not there to do the stealth roll for you, so Jake and John, who would like
Is
to
Alex
do this?
passed his stuff?
Yeah, definitely.
What were we doing?
Jake and John, one of you roll stealth.
I'll
Roll
take it.
stealth.
Do not,
Um,
if you tell each other your scores, it will be at disadvantage.
You power
So-
gaming
So
scumbags.
you, I see, decide who's better at stealth.
I mean, I used to
just-
hunt bounty
I
hunt
just
for a
hold
living. You think I can hide?
Jean will kind of shrug and go, okay.
When I roll on that one.
Cool.
Let's
Jake,
see.
roll a stealth check, please.
Okay, that could have been well worse. That's a total of 23.
Oh, Jesus. When you say worse.
It leaned towards the one. It's like on the same corner.
So similar to what Larry did earlier when he just barreled you all to the ground, Jake starts reaching out and lowering your guns when you're aiming them at the sky, and he keeps finger to lips and just starts. He leans back and he nudges you all down, so you all lean back, and he just goes shh, and he pulls his poncho over him and across him, and just sort of signals to you three to do the same. And you all do, because I'm telling you, you do. And I just let the light machine gun go. And yeah, you don't hear Jesus Christ, Larry. You don't hear anything coming towards you. You do all notice movement in the canopy as branches get moved. You hear another bout of the apes roaring, and then the movement of branches just fucks off into the distance. Alex, you are one with the forest. You've essentially become Swamp Thing. But you didn't notice the apes coming in either.
No, by one.
Oh no, that's different.
Oh.
But yeah.
We wake up and Bison's in Jean's sleeping bag.
That'll be brilliant.
Oh, God. I hope not.
Yeah. So, you swap watches, Larry. You've avoided the ape death that night. You all take your watches. You're all very, very on it now. None of you see anything untoward or hear anything untoward. Just the sound of these goddamn crickets. Alex has still not shown up. Alex, you are indeed awake during Jean's couple of hours watch. And then you will nestle somewhere comfortably to take your 4 hours recharge, and you all hit the morning with a long rest. If you had any exhaustion or lack of hit points, then sort it out.
I.e. the one from the fire.
Yeah, and the burning, and the acid.
Just letting you know.
I know. I appreciate it nonetheless.
The morning comes, as does the sound of wildlife again.
As I wake up, I kind of look around and I'm just like, that's possibly one of the most terrifying things I've ever done in my life.
Not barreling towards the ground at high speeds.
That was strangely fun, and particularly in comparison to that.
Goddamn city folk, man.
It was also very familiar.
Are there any easily climbable trees nearby?
Yep.
Around us? Can I want to kind of scout the way we're going.
You're gonna call you. So after the spiders in the treetops and the apes in the treetops, you're gonna climb a tree. I'm just asking. I'm just asking, Jake.
If Jake tries to climb a tree, I'm just going to pull him straight back down.
If he tries it again, I'm punching him.
Is 413X currently visible to us?
Nope. Not unless Alex tells me otherwise. But I do need another stealth check for the day, mate.
Right, I'm going to. All right, fine. I'm
To be fair, we should all probably stealth as a group.
So you can play this game.
That won't go well.
24.
Let's tell you what. I'm sure 413X is covering our advance. So I'll watch our backs, eh?
Oh my god, I can't be in two places at once.
And I will. And as we kind of start to set off, when we get to that set off point, I'm going to basically slink my way into the rear of the woods.
Because what you want to do is get lost in the forest, trying to one-up the army scout.
Jean, give me
It nearly crashed a plane and killed us all for less.
Right, so Jean, give me a stealth check.
Oh,
I think the large apes made less noise than Jean does.
I mean, how's a 25? Is that all right?
Ooh!
How'd you roll a 22 on a D4? Give me a perception check, John.
Actually, it's 24, mate. Sorry, my bad.
All right. Oh well.
How does maths work?
Yeah.
Give me a perception check.
Perception check. This is where I get the 1.
What's that backwards math?
Well, it's not a 1.
All right.
It's
what is
close. It's close to a 1 though. 5 in total.
I'm not even going to make a note of that. Cool. So Jake and Chase and Larry, as you are discussing whether to climb a tree or not.
We're not discussing. We're threatening him not to. That's a difference.
Jean disappears. And by disappears, I mean you turn around and he's gone. If you answer them, Jean, you will have broken stealth. So it's up to you.
And I make a perception check to see if he's just been taken by an ape or anything, because just disappearing like that.
Do you think he's been taken by something, or are you trying to see if he's hiding?
Both.
I need one or the other.
I'm going to see if he's been taken by anything.
Cool. Give me an investigation check.
Investigation. Do I get up for that? No, I should just base. That is a 19.
Cool. He doesn't seem to have been abducted. There doesn't seem to be any sign of any third party entering where you guys are, like breaks of leaves or anything like that. It just looks like Jean has disappeared. Very akin to when Alex disappears.
Yeah. I'll put 2 and 2 together effectively if I think he's not been
6.
taken. Exactly, yeah. Like, he's not been taken by an ape or anything like we saw in the trees yesterday. He's doing what Alex does. I'm happy.
Right, so it's just you 3 meatheads in the clearing at the minute, or the area where you slept.
Whoa!
Larry, you're definitely a meathead. You're my NPC. So
Hoorah!
You 3 discuss tree.
Yeah.
I was just thinking it might be useful to know if there's buildings on the way in case we need to duck out of rain.
You got that tree. Neither of us are going to save you.
I will say, Jake, because you weren't here last week. Remember when you first climbed the tree and you could see like tree houses? Yeah? It wasn't anywhere near that little village you've just been at. There was no tree house at that little hamlet that you've just been at. So what you saw high in the trees at distance was definitely not the hamlet that you were in.
It'll give him more reasons to climb.
I'm tempted.
It's because he wasn't here last week. I just want him to know that it wasn't the 2 and 2.
So
Were they in the same direction as the city from us?
No, they were off to the west.
I'm going to say to Jake, very quietly, what we witnessed last night, are you wanting to climb that tree? If you are, I'm going to leave you to it. If you die, you die.
He dies, he dies.
You got that tree, put the rest of us at risk. The things up in those trees from last night, you want to really go up there and piss on the cornflakes?
Drool all over Larry. Cornflakes are still around. Kellogg's own quite a lot of...
Nano cornflakes.
Nano flakes.
Nano cornflakes.
I'll get you nano milk.
I'm just going to get a t-shirt that says nano and then hashtag cyberpunk. That's wicked.
No, Give over nano and asterisk.
What were you saying, Jit?
About the t-shirt before that.
Basically,
I was just saying, get a
T-shirt.
t-shirt that's like nano asterisk because it's nano anything.
Yeah, that is nerdy, and I like it.
Nah, I'll leave it. If people are that against it, I'm trying to be a team player here.
And they're scared. So team player and fear doesn't mix. So.
Also, those who have the right idea, we should all probably be a bit more careful about tracks and how what sees us.
We've wasted too much time covering tracks. It takes us as long moving forward. There's the difference between leaving footprints and climbing into the nest of God only knows what creatures are up there.
I meant about moving forward, not climbing the tree. I moved up past that.
Larry's having PTSD, isn't it?
So
It's worse than Nam.
I'll start getting my stuff together. Hopefully people will see what I'm doing and do the same, and I'll start slowly heading in the direction of south.
Cool. So you set off for your second day out in the forest. Yep.
Yeah.
Alex and Jean are out and about.
I would wait for Jean. Do we know where Jean's got? Do we know where the duck's gone?
I got a clue. Give me a perception check, Larry.
I wouldn't feel great about leaving unless we knew where everyone was. Ooh, 20, not natural.
You cannot see Jean.
Does he have a habit of disappearing as well, like the other one?
He's done it on,
Only when he's trying to one-up someone.
yeah, he's done it on occasion.
Fuck's sake, who are you people? Swear to God.
Okay, I deserve that.
Oh, I think about
Hearing the conversation going on, I'll step out of the woods and just go. I was just trying to make a point that whilst 413X's skills are extremely useful, it is particularly unhelpful for him not to know where he is.
Your point proven? Has that aided us this morning? Are we in San Francisco now?
And I will say, I work as a team, as a unit, not solo. But
I'll put my shit together, start packing my backpack and get the poncho ready and start getting ready to head out.
But 413X is useful for stealth, especially in this situation.
I know, it'd just be nice to, have a rough idea of where he is. Because he is so well hidden that something could happen to him and we wouldn't even know about it.
Sounds like his problem.
If I move round to the south where they're likely to go, can I chalk on a tree, I'm still here?
You can indeed. Give me a performance check.
Oh, it's going to be terrible. Incredible performance. Yep. 4.
Cool. How far ahead? Are we talking hours? Are you doing it in the middle of the day? Are you doing it in the next 10 minutes?
While they're still gathering and arguing and tussling, because I'm nearby enough that I can probably hear, not that they're being stealthy at all about their conversation, what they're saying. So just at the next tree along.
To be fair, Alex, you did notice Sean disappear and then reappear, as in the same way you would. Not on off. So you guys start packing your stuff and you start heading off, yeah?
Yeah.
Again, you start going through the woods. The sound of life is all around you. You hear nothing for the first few hours other than that sound of life. One of you, not Alex, give me a perception check.
Since I'll take it lead again, I suppose I'll do it.
Last time I rolled, I nearly killed us all.
No team re-rolls now, kids.
That is 18.
Cool. You see writing on a tree.
Abandon hope, all you enter.
What does it say? Tonight we dine in hell.
Depends what Alex wrote. Unlikely, but we'll find out.
Just
What did you write, Alex?
This unit is still here.
Yes. Definitely Alex. It's fucking definitely Alex. Font robot.
In binary.
100110.
So, Chase,
Binary.
you definitely see Alex's handiwork.
I will let the group know that 413X is indeed still with us. He is
Not dead
stealthy.
then.
Because he's out there.
And continue.
With a sigh. That's brilliant.
So
Continue with the gun pointing.
you carry on. The sound of the forest all around you. Noisy little bastards everywhere. You again get to the hour of needing to eat, as you didn't have breakfast again. And you
Can't wait for more of that.
As we're going
I'm
through...
going to take a, as we sort of set off, I'm going to take a swig of the go juice.
Cool, give me a fortitude save.
Go juice, I love it.
10.
Cool. It's like swallowing fire. But you feel zing. What were you
I'll
saying,
wait
Chase?
until after lunch before I take a sip of the go juice.
As we're going south, Eddie,
Yep.
can I check or hear if we're being trapped in the trees? Can I hear anything in the trees?
Give me a
As if it's
perception
following
check.
us.
At disadvantage because there is a lot of noise around you. In the trees, on the
Disadvantage.
floor, buzzing insects all around you.
So at disadvantage, that is a 15.
Other than the actual, ambience of the forest itself, you haven't heard the roar so far today of whatever creature that was. You haven't heard the apes roaring at one another. It seems to have settled somewhat. You haven't bumped into any suspicious fog clouds or arachnid creatures.
Okay. And then I'll just carry on until somebody says anything otherwise.
Chase,
Mm-hmm. Yes?
does it seem quieter to you?
Little bit.
Okay.
I've not heard no roars or anything, or heard anything. Sure.
Let's stay alert, and at that point, I'll draw my sword and actually start carrying it out.
Okay. Cool. You lot see Jean do this. The hour of lunch approaches. Larry, you get a fire going again, crack out some steak. You cook the steak. It is very beautifully smells as your good English. You cannot wait to get it in there and eat it.
Disappointed.
But you are very aware of the lie that this meat is giving you right now. You all chew down on your lovely charcoal ash flavoured meat. Alex somewhere is smiling with a dried apricot.
Dear diary, day 2.
Yeah.
Would it be worth getting all the meat cooked? They said not to trust it after a couple of days.
I'm assuming we had half yesterday and half today. Unless
You've
there was
had no
something
breakfast, so you've got extra meat.
Have an extra helping.
I'll cook it. I'll cook it off and wrap it back up in the leaves.
Cool.
If
You
we've
do indeed do that. Go on.
if we've got any left over, do you think it's worth leaving some here as we're leaving?
Well volunteered.
Because if we leave some here, if we are being followed by anything, it might stop, eat the food here, gives us time to disappear, or would that give it incentive to...
You ever fed a stray, Chase?
What?
You ever fed a stray in the city?
No.
They have a habit of following you home until you feed them again.
No.
I reckon if you feed them, they're going to keep following because they know we've got food for them.
Mm-hmm.
Your call, but you want to give up your food for whatever's out there, be my guest.
Chase, you're a very talented bounty hunter, and you are aware that bait, whether on purpose or accidental, is usually very effective. So leaving food behind in an animal-rich environment might not go as planned.
Yeah, because what I was going to also say is, or we can leave it out and try and ambush if we are being trapped.
There's way too many things in this jungle for us to fight all of it. The second a gunshot goes off, everything in miles is going to come running.
I'm also not as worried about us maybe being tracked as what came before us. And I don't mean 413X.
I'm not a habit of firing guns off if we can help it. What do we gain by setting an ambush up for these creatures? We take out a few of them.
What are you ambushing? I don't think. I'm not talking about creatures. I don't think if we are being tracked by creatures, whatever, we'll deal with it when we need to. We don't need to worry about trapping them or ambushing them. For me,
I agree with the dog.
My view is that we need to worry about what's ahead of us, because we haven't heard the same noises for a good time now that we were hearing quite regularly yesterday, and my gut is telling me that's because something scared them off.
Well,
and we know what's out here.
Are the normal noises still going on? Birds, bugs,
bugs, etc.
They're also there.
We're what, a day and a half into this? We've not had any problems thus far. Why change it if it's not broken?
Exactly. Let's just keep going.
Right, have dinner and carry on.
You mean lunch?
Lunch.
So you have your dinner, and I'm with you, Chase. You pack up the leaves and such, and you get ready to move out again. Alex, now your perception check kicks in. What you didn't see, you now feel the presence of someone close by. And as you turn, you see a small figure coming through, pulling leaves aside. And then as they step through the leaves, they throw a dice in the air and catch it. And we'll call the session there, because it's a...
Feed fucking strays, they follow you home.
23, mate. 23 on a stealth she took. And you 22'd it. I was like, she's going to
Well, guess we're gonna have to murder a small child next session. Thanks for that, emotions.
Christ. Oh, we've spiked up to 23 people as we end. We're going to call it there. We finish at 11. Thank you very much for watching. If you've watched from the beginning, I hope you had a good time. If you haven't and you want to find out what's going on, please watch it on the Twitch VOD, or I'll throw it up on YouTube in a couple of days. You can follow us on social media if you click all the buttons underneath the stream for Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and all that palaver. Yes, it was bad fun. Thank you very much. Angie Pops, if you're still about, get through the rest of the episodes. It makes my heart very happy that you are binge watching. I'm very, very grateful. Thank you very much to the players for coming on, and that's session 12 that they've done now.
It's backwards.
Carbon 2185, a cyberpunk RPG based on the 5th edition rule set created by Dragon Turtle Games. It is amazing. It got kickstarted at the end of last year. It's done really well. They've got so many plans going forward. I'm so glad that we are part of the storytelling at the beginning of the journey Dragon Turtle Games are going on. They sponsor the show, which is brilliant. If you go to dragonturtlegames.com and buy anything except pre-order, but the other stuff that's available, put in the code WAITE, so WAITE, with a capital W, you'll get 10% off. So yeah, if you're into Cyberpunk and you're into 5th edition, you can't get a better matchup. It's really good. Thank you to our sponsors, Sawdust and Swearwords and Ruffworx Creative. Go check them out on Facebook, and you'll see some incredibly well-crafted woodwork and leatherwork and such things. Just go find them, look at their photo albums, absolutely brilliant. I'm just going to pop up a picture to cover a couple of the players, bar Jean, it seems. If you see on the screen now, Heavy's 48-hour gaming challenge at the end of August, so the bank holiday. We're going to run a gaming session for 48 hours. It'll be tabletop, PC gaming, Xbox, whatever we can get going. We're going to have a lot of people doing stuff. We're going to try and put together a space simulator, so a group of actual pilots, not Jean pilots, will go out into space and do stuff. You can see on the screen now the details for that. These charities we're supporting are Mind, which is a mental health charity, Mermaids, which is a pride charity, and Rainbow Trust, which is a children's charity. If you want more details on them, go Google them. It'll give you a far better explanation than I can. but they're 3 charities. We're going to try and raise a couple £100 for each one. And, you know, I get that furlough and lockdown and stuff like that. So 10 pence or just telling your friend next to you. Basically, if anyone's not on furlough, tell them. Tell them about it and get them to pay for it. And this, you know what I mean? Guilt free. That's what I'm doing. So yeah. So
I'm gonna tell my work colleagues about it.
Good lad. Good lad. Mate, well, we've also had from the lovely Nathan, who plays Jean, during this segment where we play our Carbon 2185 one shot, which will be for 28 hours. But during its one shot, if we manage to raise £200 in that 4-hour slot, Nath will very graciously double it. So
what a hero!
What a hero! Let's hope we raise like £8,000. You know what I mean?
Only to charities, not involving airplanes.
I'll double the 200. Let's not get too carried away.
Yeah, cool. I know, it's amazing. Absolutely brilliant, Andrew Pops.
Yes.
So please tell everyone about it as much as you can. And we'll try and do something cool at the end, hopefully, as the lockdown starts letting everyone back. We can try and get a bit of 48 hours of good stuff. Most of us will be doing it in some variation of cosplay LARP-esque kit as well, so that'd be cool.
Yeah! Cosplay your characters. That's always a good laugh.
So if
Definitely not playing 413X.
If you've liked what you've seen, please follow us. If you tell your friends, get them involved. The community's been brilliant over the last 3 to 4 months. It's so cool to see it grow. Yeah, thank you very much. Much love to any of you involved. And I'm going to bin these lot off now so I can piss off to bed. So thank you very much for watching, guys and gals, etc.
Cheers all.
Lots of love. Stay sane, stay safe, and say goodbye, players.
Bye.
See you
This
later.
unit says goodbye.
Cheers.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.
Get in the bin.